In 1983, Kenner Toys was riding high with its third wave of action figures based off of the hugely popular Star Wars franchise. The newest film, Return of the Jedi, introduced intergalactic gangster Jabba the Hutt, with an action figure and playset soon to follow. And today we'll be taking a look at Jabba the Hutt here on KREED'S Collection. Jabba the Hutt is an action figure and playset all rolled into one. Of course, you get Jabba himself. You also get his throne / pedestal that he languishes on. And you get his little buddy there, Salacious Crumb. Now, also built into the actual pedestal is a Rancor pit, and we'll show that a little bit later. For right now, let's get a little bit more close up on Jabba and show some details. So as you can see here, he's got some really great sculpt work, really intricate details on all his fat rolls and wrinkles. They did a great job making him extra disgusting. And speaking of disgusting, here's Jabba's little buddy, Salacious Crumb. He has zero articulation, so he just sits, but he was so memorable in the film, I don't know how they could possibly make this set without him. Here's a better look at the front of the pedestal. You got these crazy alien creature heads here. One of them actually holds the leash for Jabba's prisoner. And here's a better look at his hookah and armrest. I think this whole pedestal is just an excellent sculpt. They did a great job. Now on to some of the features of the figure. He does have a sculpted mouth, allowing him to actually hold and smoke his hookah, along with tail whipping action. If you grab his head and move it left to right like so, it actually makes his tail wiggle around. It's very similar to how his tail moved in the movie when he was being strangled to death by Princess Leia. I'm sure kids everywhere in 1983 had a lot of fun reenacting that moment. Now let's take a look at the Rancor pit I mentioned earlier. If you twist these two alien heads, it opens the doors up and reveals the pit. It's got some nice detail work in there, like skeleton bits and lizards and rats. However, a big problem is a 3 3/4 inch action figure is far too tall to stand up in the pit. So basically you just have to use your imagination with this, as you're obviously not going to get a Rancor down there either. The only way to really close it up also is just to lay the character down, and then you can close up the doors, and it traps them down there. Now one nice feature is you can see them through the grate, kind of like in the film. And can you imagine how horrible it would be to be trapped under Jabba the Hutt? I mean, the stench alone would probably kill you. Now as usual, this is one of my childhood toys I'm reviewing. I'm only missing one tiny piece, and that would be the plastic collar that went on the end of this leash for Jabba's prisoner. Other than that, there's just a tiny bit of paintwear here on the end of Salacious Crumb's nose, and a tiny bit of paintwear here on the end of the hookah nozzle that Jabba holds. Beyond that, this thing is mint condition. And now for our He-Man size comparison. Jabba with pedestal stands right about 7 inches tall, making him roughly half an inch taller than He-Man and nearly twice as tall as your standard 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figure. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this look at Jabba the Hutt from Kenner's Star Wars Return of the Jedi line from 1983. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my toy reviews, and if you enjoyed it, I would love it if you could give me a thumbs up. If you have anything you'd like to add, please feel free to leave a comment. I love reading them and responding to them. Anyway guys, I'll see you next Wednesday for another episode of KREED'S Collection.